10, 11, 12, I'm using my order of operations to simplify things with fractions. My order of operations is still the same. Parentheses, exponents, multiplying and dividing from left to right, adding and subtracting from left to right. So in this case, I have to do my multiplying first. I can't reduce the 1 with the 6 or the 5 with the 4, so I'm just going to multiply across the top and the bottom and get 5 24ths. I have 7/8 in front, so now my problem is to do 7/8 plus 5 24ths. In order to do that, I have to find my common denominator when I add and subtract. My common denominator happens to be 24. I like to just make one big fraction instead of two separate fractions. 8 divides into 24 3 times. 3 times 7 is 21. Plus 24 goes into 24 one time. 1 times 5 is going to keep that 5 24ths. So now I'm just going to add. 21 plus 5 is 26 24ths. Now in here it tells us to write our answer in simplest form. Doesn't necessarily mean they want the mixed number. It just means they want you to reduce this down. Since these are both even, I can divide by 2. Half of 26 is 13. Half of 24 is 12. So 13 twelfths would be my answer in simplest form. If I want to check my answer, again, just using the fraction button. That's the one with the ABC over here, right down here on the left-hand side. So I would do 7 fraction eighths plus 1 fraction 4 times 5 fraction 6 equals. Now my calculator is going to give me the mixed number, and to change it from the mixed number to the improper fraction, we hit the shift button, which is way on top, and then the fraction button, and shift and the fraction changes your fraction to 13 twelfths, which is what we want. So instead of the mixed number, we want the improper fraction. Number 11, following my order of operations, I have to do inside the parentheses first. So I'm going to do the addition first because it's inside the parentheses. I have to have a common denominator, which in this case is going to be 30. 6 goes into 30 5 times. 5 times 5 is 25. Plus 5 goes into 30 6 times. 1 times 6 is 6. Should put my time sign there. I was going to put equals, but I'm just going to go down. 25 plus 6 is 31 over 30. We then have to times that by 3/4, so I'm going to bring that down. I'm going to rewrite it over here, since my writing's kind of small. 31/30 times 3/4. I'm multiplying, so I can reduce. Can't reduce the 31 with the 4, but I can reduce the 3 with the 30. 3 goes into here once and into here 10 times. So 31 times 1 is 31, and 10 times 4 is 40. So I get 31 over 40. Again, if I'm going to check that with my calculator, just like it looks, parentheses, 5 fraction 6 plus 1 fraction 5, close my parenthesis, times 3 fraction 4 equals 31 over 40. This one's a proper fraction, so it is in the form that we want. Go ahead and do number 12 there while I move the board. So number 12, if I'm following my order of operations, since there are no parentheses, I have to do the multiplying before I do my adding and subtracting. So, can't reduce the 3 with the 2, can't reduce the 1 with the 8, so I'm going to take 1 times 3, which is 3, 8 times 2, which is 16. So I have 3/4 minus 3/16. Now I'm going to do my subtracting, so I have to have a common denominator. Since 4 goes into 16, 16 would be my common denominator. 4 goes into 16 4 times. 4 times 3 is 12. Minus 3 goes into, or 16 goes into 16 one time. 3 times 1, still 3. So I have 12 minus 3, which gives me 9/16. I can't simplify that or reduce it down any farther, so that's going to be my answer. Checking with my calculator, 3 fraction 4 minus 3 fraction 8 times 1 fraction 2, 1/2, gives me 9/16.